The title for tonight's podcast is Kerouac.
Just another Tuesday.
We are taking over.
Happy Tuesday, podcast.
Let's fucking do this today.
This place about to blow.
Come on, Slavinsky!
PanelsOnPages.com Podcast Network is here to cover all of your pop culture needs.
2 words, nerd boner.
From comics to television to movies to wrestling,
Fuck wrestling.
your favorite PCN hosts will keep you entertained all week long.
Boobs, boobs, boobs. Peen, peen, peen.
Put me in charge!
He's Gandalf!
Subscribe to the podcast on iTunes, look for the Pop Stars on Facebook and Twitter, and be sure to join the forums and become a member of the population.
Okay,
well, we've got another 20 minutes or so before my food gets here, so just start and then pause when it gets here, or...
Yeah, we'll just do that.
Oh, wait. Okay, alright, okay. Well, I'm ready when you are, then.
Okay, right. 3, 2, 1. Meh.
Hello, who am I? You've probably wondered. I know I have. It's been a while, but we're back. It is the Attack of the 50-Foot Nerds podcast, and my name is Mike Bell. And joining me to discuss this special so breaking that it might not actually be breaking anymore news bulletin is my comrade in geekness, that chap.
I'll get you next time, gadget. Rah!
Yes, it's Dr. Claw after he's been pushed through all the radioactive liquid like in RoboCop. Splash, and he's everywhere. Yes, no, it's Andy Weers, of course.
Hello.
Yes, and just like we did when Disney decided they were going to just surprise us all and go, ha, have loads of money, Lucasfilm, and just buy all of that, we're going to talk about another surprise deal that might... Oh, hang on, sorry, we're going to have to stop. Food's here.
Oh, that was fast. We'll just restart.
Oh, bastard, I bet he was outside me bloody house waiting for me to start fucking recording.
It's okay, we'll restart.
Yes, I figured we would. Right, let me just...
What have you ordered?
A burger, cheesy chips, some hot wings. Right. Let me just...
Now that I can hear you rustling, you've made me hungry.
I thought you were eating before.
I was eating a donut.
Oh, yeah. Right, so... a special burger. That's got an X on it, which doesn't help me. And hot wings. Okay, so those will be the cheesy chips. And there's a bottle of Coke as well, because I was lazy and couldn't be bothered going to the shop. Right. Okay.
I can't type.
What?
I just said I can't type.
I thought you said Beyonce.
If you like it, you should have put a dick on it.
I was going to say, what the single lady's got to do with anything? What? Uh-oh.
Ho, 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 ho.
Oh. Those chips, they be cheesy.
Ho, 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 ho.
Alright, Santa.
If you like it, then you should have put a sleigh on it.
If you like it, then sure to put an elf on it. Right, you ready?
Everyone loves those shelves.
Kevin Feige can kiss my face.
The only way he can get off is by like having to persuade Reed Richards to turn into a giant fleshlight. I'm Doctor Doom with tiny eyes.
They came like a bolt out of the blue to discuss everything in geekdom. The Popcast Network proudly presents the Attack of the 50-Foot Nerds.
Hello, who are we? You're probably wondering. I know I am. but we're back. It's the Attack of the 50 Hot Nerds podcast. Hooray! Yes, my name is Mike Bell, and joining me to discuss this late-breaking, so late it might not be breaking any more news, is that chap over there.
Good evening, my name is Gary Baldy.
I'm joined by Gary Baldy and no one else today. No, of course not, that's Andy Weirs. Yeah. Oh, funny. But, yeah, no Paul.
Because fuck Paul.
Yes, fuck you, Paul. No, because this was
that was a recommendation. Everyone should fuck Paul.
Yes. Yes. No, I have. No, because this is such late breaking news, we didn't bother grabbing Paul because, you know, it'd be all, don't know if I can record today. So we just thought, sod it, me and Andy will do it. So, yes.
We forgot our Morse code translators.
That's actually Morse code for help me. No, we're going to discuss the, as I say...
It's Paul's version of Wubba Lubba Dub Dub.
Please help me, I am hurting inside.
I am in great pain.
That's the one.
Yes.
Lick my balls! Yes. So we're going to talk about...
Morty, get down the fucking shaft!
AIDS! No,
AIDS!
So,
gonna have 9 more seasons!
Shut up! Remember last time Disney went, do you know what, surprise! Have loads of money, Lucas. We're gonna buy Star Wars off you. And we went a bit mad about what could possibly happen. Well, we're gonna do the same this time.
Sam Jacksons.
Yes.
How many Sam Jacksons do we get in this one?
You will find out.
Oh my god. I've just realised that's actually a possibility.
I know. We're going to do the same this time about the proposed Fox deal, Disney buying Fox movies. Although that might not be happening now, as breaking news would tell us. So, fuck it. Well, let's just do it anyway. Okay, so a bit of the boring stuff first is Fox are in quite financial trouble at the moment. So they've decided what they would be best to do. Yes, what they would be best to do is to sell off their movies studio and focus solely on news and fake news and sports and that's it. Yeah, basically. So Disney went, well, you've got lots of lovely things that we'd like to buy, and said, let's give you loads of money. And Fox have now gone, well, I don't know. So, but what it would have meant is it would have meant, among other properties, that Disney would have bought the movie rights to the X-Men and the Fan-Bloody-Tastic 4, who admittedly haven't been very Fan-Bloody-Tastic at the cinema.
They've been Fan-4-Stick instead.
Yes, and we all know what happens when you go Fan-Full-Stick.
Hello, I'm Dr. Doom with tiny eyes.
I've got peas in my face.
I can't remember the voice that we did, but that's his voice now. Like,
yes.
We did have an official voice for him that was like, hello, or whatever.
I'm the world's prettiest Dr. Doom. Yes. So, we're going to riff on that. And all the wonderful... all the other wonderful possibilities that could have happened. As I eat cheesy chips. So, Andy...
And I order cheesy chips.
So, because we're ever so slightly British. Yes, that's right, you American bastards. In England, we put cheese on our French fries. Explain that. So...
Explain that, you twats.
Because we don't know why. So, Andy... Imagine, if you will, Marvel... in 21.
Yep.
Because why not? It's the future! We're all driving around in flying cars. Yeah. You're in a pipe box. And
it's after the Badger Wars then.
Yeah, it's post Badger Wars.
Badger Wars!
That's the title of Avengers 4, Badger Wars. The Badger War! Yeah, so...
Imagine if that was actually the title now. We were
Oh
like,
my
what
god,
the fuck?
that would be amazing.
We were just like, part of me wants
Squirrel
to...
Girl stars in Badger Wars.
Yeah, like, we're just sat there going, like, part of me wants to sue, but part of me just wants to really see this film.
Kevin Feige can kiss my face.
Because I'm... What?
Take that out of context, motherfuckers.
I'm not wearing any knickers.
Oh, I forgot about that. That's something you guys will never hear. Oh, it's such a shame. I mean, yes, you did hear it. I mean, anyway.
No, I was talking about the clip that I took for the advert from the 50 Shades of Grey commentary.
Oh no, I'm thinking of what was the one that we did in the last episode we recorded, and Paul said something that was amazing. Something like, I'm a woman, or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then, and then there was that whole ridiculously long fucking joke about working at Aldi's or some shit.
I can't remember.
It's like 5 minutes later, well, you were just like, "Well, I can't think of a punchline. So if you ring me back when you think of a punchline, that would be great. Thank you." Click.
Oh, that's right.
I probably
anyway.
still have that audio. I mean, no, it was an episode.
You don't? Oh, yeah.
It was an episode. Everyone's heard that already.
Yeah,
They
obviously.
heard my loving obituary of Chester Bennington.
We didn't fuck up on recording that at all. Shut up. Everyone heard it. Yes, so... yes, so...
You can tell we've not...
So, it's Phase 4, post-Badger Wars, and Marvel decide to show us what we're
Marvel?
doing. Marvel! They tell us what movies are coming next. And on the board is Marvel's X-Men. What happens in it? Who's in it, first of all? What characters? Do you go classic team? You know, the original, you know, first class, if you like.
Wolverine, Squirrel Girl, Big Badger.
The original first class, not the bollocks. What? Big
I was.
Is that Channel 5's new reality TV show? It's like Springwatch meets Big Brother.
Yeah.
That's what Springwatch should be called.
It'd be called what?
That's what Springwatch should be called, Big Badger. Tier 5 in the set. And Big Stripe is eating a fool. Mongoose has come to the dairy room. What? Meanwhile, rats versus badgers.
That was the precursor to the Badger War.
Dun, 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 dun.
Shit, we set it up earlier. Fuck.
Avengers 6 in a tramp shoe. Anyway, which X-Men do you have?
Well, if you want it to be down with the kids, you go with X-Force.
Well,
because then you get like fucking Angel and Deadpool and shit.
Well, therein lies the rub. Is obviously there's an X-Force movie in production at the moment, rather in very early pre-production.
Wait, is that Fox? Yeah, that's Fox.
It's a Fox, yep. And they want it to be an R-rated X-Men property because they've seen how much money they can make with Deadpool and how much money they made with Logan. And obviously Deadpool 2 is going to be R-rated as well. However, Marvel and Kevin Feige have said they have no plans for an R-rated Marvel movie, nor would they. Because they actually want everyone to be able to access Marvel movies.
Oh, so
if this plan comes through, X-Force movie is basically dead in the water as an R-rated movie. You'd have to turn
Bullshit. How the fuck do they do Deadpool then?
I don't know. Deadpool doesn't have to swear.
No, but I mean, like, basically with
stab everyone in the face.
all the gore and shit, yeah.
I mean, look at Wolverine in the first few X-Men movies. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Wolverine has fucking knives for hands. That is one of his main powers.
He's like a shit Edward Scissorhands.
Yeah. So it can
Has
be
anyone ever described Wolverine as shit Edward Scissorhands?
done. Tim Burton.
It's just like, yeah, Wolverine's just like a shit Edward Scissorhands with anger management issues.
I would do my impression, but you need to be able to see it. So, my Tim Burton impression. Yeah, it works better in person.
So does my penis.
Not always. That's why we have websites.
Yep.
And we record over Skype. Andy put it away. I've told you before.
Fine. What should I do with this kissing skull?
So, Andy, for the fourth time, what fucking X-Men do you have in your movie?
Well, that's why I was talking. I said it already. I said you go with X-Force. But, I mean, if you were excluding that...
X-Force without X-Men. You need to set mutants and the X-Men up in this world.
Yeah, true.
I mean,
so
you can retcon Scarlet Witch by saying that Baron Strucker, doing his experiments on the Scarlet Witch and Quicksilver, has unwittingly unlocked the X gene, and somehow that has gotten into the population, and mutants are starting to pop up throughout the world, kind of thing. In much the same way that the X gene was kind of unlocked in the Ultimate Marvel universe.
Yeah,
it's actually a man-made almost virus, if you like. You could use that excuse in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, and as I say, then Scarlet Witch is retconned into being a mutant, which she should have been the whole time, you know?
Yeah.
And that then you could have the original Xavier class, because they would be the first lot of mutants to, exist, if you like.
So it's so it'd be like Cyclops, Jean Grey, Toad, someone else.
Toad.
Why
would Toad be in the first class?
I don't know.
The original X-Men is
Jubilee.
Is
Scott? What they should do is
Scott, Jean, the Beast, Hank the Beast, Warren the Angel, and
Storm.
No, shit. I'm missing one. Hang on. So you've got Cyclops, Marvel Girl, the Beast, the Angel, and Bobby Deichmann.
Oh, there we go.
Bobby Drake, yeah. And obviously
he turns up and they make him ridiculously camp.
It's only if he comes back from the past. What? Yeah,
okay.
Marvel. Damn you. Oh, that burger looks amazing.
I'm trying to think of what else there'd be then.
But would you go with that character, or would you go for more established, more of the fan-friendly ones, like your Storms, like your Wolverines?
That's what I was thinking.
Personally, I'd leave Wolverine alone. I think he's been totally overexposed for a while. You bring him in the second or third movie.
Yeah. You could...
give Cyclops the chance to be in his own fucking film, you know what I mean?
But you could, expand on the Logan thing if you're combining them and go with, one like X-23.
See, another theory I had was you keep your X-Men franchise from Fox, and you say that exists in another universe. And after the effects of the Infinity War, the universe is starting to collide.
Oh, yeah.
You go for a Secret War type effort, and then you build to Avengers versus X-Men.
Yeah, that could work.
That works for me.
Uh-huh.
You have all the characters from the Fox universe starting to bleed over in the movies that lead up to it, and then bang, you go straight in Avengers versus X-Men, and then at the end of that, obviously they'll have to come together and work against a common foe, which would be Magneto, whatever. I don't know. He's manipulating the magnetic poles of dimensional shit, whatever, you know. Magnetical blah blah.
Magnetical blah-de-blah.
Or you go full on Secret Wars, and the first time they meet is in the Secret Wars. They've been plucked out of their various dimensions, and so the first time they meet is on the Beyonders, you know, world. And they, you know, that's when you get the proper Secret Wars. You have the supervillains on their side of the planet, the heroes on their side of the planet. They have to work together, having never met before. And, yeah. And then you have, as I say, you have a supervillain team up versus superheroes who've never even met before teaming up.
Oh, yeah, so then you could have the
Imagine Spider-Man and Logan going up against, I don't know, Doctor Doom and...
the Big Badger.
Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Doctor Doom and Doctor Octopus versus The Thing and, I don't know, well, Spider-Man, yeah. You know what I mean? So, I mean, give a chance. Marvel can do The Thing right.
Yep.
We've seen how good they did with the Hulk when Marvel were given a chance to solely be in charge of the Hulk. Because fuck the 2003 version. I don't mind the 2008 version. But Universal had a say in that. So once Marvel have full control over the Hulk from the Avengers onwards, he's been fine. So let them do something with The Thing. I'm sure they'll be able to do something great with him. Oh Christ, that's all.
Rather than just being like the recent one where he's like, "What did you do to me?" And then the original ones where it's just basically a dude with rocks glued to his body.
The last one was, "Dude, where's my penis?" That really annoyed me.
Yeah, that was a bit weird.
It's like, he's a man made of rocks, but he's still a man. He's still going to need to eat. He's still going to need to poop. He's still going to need to pee.
Yep.
So let him. You know
Let
what I
him
mean?
go. Let him go.
Speaking of Disney.
Yeah. Oh, we haven't figured out yet how many Sam Jacksons there would be.
Okay, so
Too many, like... I'm just not even including, like, the Marvel franchises. I'm just thinking, like, all Fox films. They could all combine with Marvel now.
well, that's it. Fox would own, rather Disney would own all the Fox movies, and to the point where when M. Night Shyamalan was making Split for Blumhouse, because Unbreakable was, I believe, a Touchstone movie, which is a Disney company. He had to go to Disney and say, "Am I all right to include Bruce Willis at the end of this film?" And they said, "Yeah, but only if we can have a hand in Glass."
Oh, okay.
And he said, "Yeah." And so that's why when Glass comes out, it's going to be Blumhouse production, but it'll be a co-production with Touchstone Pictures.
Oh, okay. Holy shit. So, you could have, like, I've just realised, in that case...
Oh my god! The Avengers could meet David Dunn and Mr. Glass. Oh my god!
I wasn't even thinking that. I was just thinking, like, they get, like, after the whole, like, fucking thing, you can have a film set after the Secret War where everything's been mashed up, and, like, a load of them end up on a different planet that turns out to be the planet of the apes!
You maniacs! You blew it up!
Yep.
It's not the planet of the apes. It's the planet of Marvel apes.
Is that a
Which
thing?
is a genuine comic series. I own them all.
Okay.
It is a spin-off of Marvel Zombies.
Ah, that makes sense.
Yes.
Holy shit! They could meet Bruce Willis from Die Hard.
Yippee-ki-yay.
They go to Mars and they just find Matt Damon growing potatoes.
They go to an alternative Earth and Bruce Willis is Nick Fury. He would have been an amazing Nick Fury.
Yeah.
If he'd have actually given a shit about it, obviously.
Yeah.
I mean, seriously, tell me who else, apart from Bruce Willis and Sam Jackson, would have been a good Nick Fury. Speaking of which, did you realise that David Hasselhoff has been in 2 Marvel movies now?
Oh, yeah. True.
How fucked is that?
That is weird.
It's really weird.
I'm just looking through like all of the 20th Century Fox Film Corporation's like properties,
Right.
and like I just got to like just imagining the Avengers meeting like the lead character from Me and Myself and Irene.
Okay. No. You'd have because it's gonna
Bag of Ants.
because it's gonna be part of Glass. You have the guy from Me, Myself, and Irene meets Kevin from Split.
Oh yeah, true.
That would be mad.
Hey, they've still got. They actually own Dude, Where's My Car?
Okay.
So they could make a spin-off with the thing called Dude, Where's My Penis?
Where's your dick, dude? Oh no. Right, so
It's a shame. Like now, I'm just looking at it. I'm like, it's a shame that it's not the didn't like because we've got the Fantastic Four and stuff. But I just realised if it was Warner Brothers that were buying it, right, you would have had the possibility
That's
of
DC,
a film. Yeah, of a film. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. But you would have had the possibility of a Batman versus Alien versus Predator film.
oh well, we've had that in a fan movie.
Ah, true.
Yeah.
I was just, before you went to the toilet, I was like, holy crap, they could cross over with the Passion of the Christ.
Oh god. No, one that we just skipped over then. What's to stop them from doing a Marvel Zombies movie?
That is a fair point.
Yep. And I don't even mind if they don't do the Army of Darkness crossover.
No. But they'd, to be able to... Hey, they could combine with John Tucker Must Die. Spoilers.
That did happen in the comics, by the way.
What?
The Ash from Evil Dead went to the Marvel Zombies universe.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm. It's actually the Necronomicon that's responsible for it all.
Ah. Oh, speaking of stuff like that, have you seen that, all the stuff about Jason from a certain film onwards being a Deadite?
I've heard, that's a theory that comes from the fact that Necronomicon and the Kandarian dagger are seen in Jason 9. Sorry, Friday, Part 9. Jason Goes to Hell.
Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah, it's more just an Easter egg, to be fair. There is a theory about it, but it's...
Well, the article I read
doesn't...
was the director deliberately put it in there to imply that.
I mean, Jason doesn't exhibit any of the traditional traits established with a Deadite. So,
yeah, he doesn't like move around really fast and do because Deadites do a lot of quips and stuff, don't they?
They do a lot of jerky movements. They're quite quick. I mean, Jason can kind of teleport in a way, I suppose. Yeah. But they're very they like to torment their victims. They want to kind of when they say we want to swallow your soul, they want that soul as fucked as possible by the time they get to eat it. So they like to drive people insane. They like to mess with their heads and stuff. Which is why if you watch Evil Dead 1... sorry, I've just got barbecue sauce on my moustache. Okay. Yeah, so Ash is on his own from about halfway through that movie.
Mm-hmm.
So if the Deadites wanted to, they could easily swarm that cabin and kill him at any time.
Yeah.
But what they want to do is they'd rather just leave him and just mess with him, torment him, drive him as insane as possible before they do that.
Yeah.
Because as I say, his soul will be tastier then. I mean,
whereas Jason would have just walked in and gone machete to the face.
Surprise, motherfucker! Yeah. Yeah, it's like when Linda is she's sitting in the doorway.
Mm-hmm.
She's singing, we're gonna get you, not another peep, time to go to sleep. She's literally just sitting there singing to him. She could be well up and on him and kill him easy, not a problem. But I mean, she's been stabbed in the ankle, but she's still got one other good leg. You know what I mean? She's fine. And it's not as if Deadites can't float and shit. We've seen them do it. So, you know what I mean? They could easily kill him if they wanted to. They just want to spend the time, drive him nuts. And Jason doesn't exhibit any of that behaviour. So, no, Jason's not a Deadite. He is, I believe he is some kind of, not a possessed creature as such, but, kind of like an undead warrior, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
But I don't think he's actually, he's not a deadite or anything like that. He's not a demon or anything. God, I take this thing way too seriously.
No, it's fine. I mean, I asked. Just going back to the whole Marvel thing. I'm just looking through. I was like, holy crap! They can cross over with space chimps.
Oh God, yeah, there you go. Marvel apes versus space chimps.
Yeah, and keeping up with the Joneses. But I'm looking through the list. I'm like, from Deadpool 2 onwards, like half of it seems to just be let's see, Deadpool 2, according to Wikipedia anyway, Deadpool 2 and the Gambit film are both co-productions with Marvel Entertainment anyway.
Marvel Entertainment, not Marvel Studios. There's a difference.
Oh, no, sorry, Deadpool 2 is a co-production with Marvel Studios.
It's not.
No.
No.
Fair enough.
I don't know where you're reading that from, but
it's Wikipedia, which is why I said it's on Wikipedia, but...
No. Marvel Entertainment, yeah, which is why you see the Marvel logo at the front of, like, the X-Men movies and shit.
They kind of have to do that because it's to show this was a Marvel property that we licensed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But no.
Oh, shame. Oh, well. I'm trying to think. So, in this world, like, so they've introduced the X-Men. Do they do that straight after Infinity War, then? Or would they have other things and be like the Guardians of the Galaxy being like, the universes are going to collide? We've talked to, like, fucking the big bald-headed dudes that Stan Lee likes.
The Watchers.
Yeah.
No, I think
no, they don't know that's their name, so they refer to them as the big bald dudes.
No, they would have the rights to be able to at this point.
Oh yeah, fair point.
So I don't think they do it straight away because obviously they'd have plans in place.
Yeah.
But they could veer from those plans. Like the original plan was for the Avengers to be Avengers versus Hulk, with Loki pulling the strings. That was the original plan for Avengers 1.
Oh yeah.
Which is why the post-credits clip on Hulk, Incredible Hulk, is him coming to Thunderbolt Ross saying we're putting a team together because the team was originally going to go after the Hulk and he needed Thunderbolt Ross's help, which is then retconned in one of the Marvel shorts, the one-shots.
Yeah.
It was retconned into him actually wanting to get the Abomination and put him on the Avengers team. Yeah, stupid, but whatever. Yeah, so I think what they do is they give it a movie or two, then do a standalone X-Men movie in the same way that they did standalone Guardians with standalone.
Yeah.
I think you do that. Then you have one more movie that establishes some kind of intergalactic threat, or rather interdimensional threat. You do your crossover movie, AVX or whatever, or Secret Wars, that the Beyonder, brings them all together on Battle World, all that kind of jazz. Mm-hmm. You do that, and then the two universes are pushed together, which then post-credits clip on that, on Secret Wars, once it's established that the two universes are together now and there's no going back. This has awakened an ancient being. Galactus is hungry.
Ooh.
Yeah. And the universe is a lot bigger now.
That is a fair point, actually. Because
So
rather than just being like, he just turns up at Earth, and then he's there. Then you get the option of, like, because the Guardians have met so many different races, like, that you can use one of them.
Yeah.
One of the races that they've met and be like them.
Use a Guardians movie to set them up.
Yeah.
You just established that a few planets have gone now, and the Nova Corps are trying to investigate blah 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 blah. But eventually, Galactus makes his way to Earth, and then it's down to the smartest people on that planet, Tony Stark and Reed Richards, to build the ultimate nullifier to try and get rid of him.
Along with Hank Pym?
Maybe. Depends if he's still around.
Yeah.
Bruce Banner maybe as well. Although he arguably is more of a chemist than a physicist.
Yeah.
Yeah. But there you go. So yeah, that's what I'd do. If I was Marvel and I had lots and lots of money. Rather Disney and I had lots and lots of money to throw at. And then,
if they were going to follow, they should follow our original plans and have the 4 Sam Jacksons and Stan Lee.
The 4 Sam Jacksons of the universe.
Yeah.
They all unmask and the Stan Lee underneath.
Yeah.
We are the Guardians!
And then everyone else is played by Gary Oldman in various different disguises.
There you go.
How will we get Harry Potter involved?
Harry Potter's a Warner property.
Yeah.
So we couldn't.
We'd have to change that.
Well, you could have Harry Potter meet, say, the Justice League.
Could do.
Mm.
Boom, 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 boom.
Fantastic
I'm crippled by
Beasts.
debt. Pardon?
Yeah. Fantastic Beasts and where to find them. Tell me where they are!
Yeah.
Where are they?
Tell me where the beast.
Where are the beasts?
I wish that that Harry Potter was a Fox thing now, just because then you'd be able to have a crossover where Beast meets the Beast.
Ah, and Kevin from Glasses there as well, and he's turned to this other persona, the Beast.
And then you've got fucking Newt Scamander. I was going to say Newt Gingrich, and I was like, that's not right.
No.
You have Newt Scamander turn up, be like, I'm looking for all these beasts. And they're like, you found
Jimmy
us.
Neutron, boy genius. Wrong one.
Jimmy, what?
You ever seen Jimmy Neutron?
Yeah, I remember Jimmy
With
Neutron.
Rob Paulson. Yeah. Oh boy! Sounds like fucking Mickey Mouse.
Oh boy, I'm Jimmy Neutron.
Oh, look at me! I'm very smart. I've got big hair.
My dad was killed by a pizza.
Which I threw at him when I was Raphael, you tit. So, I'm rude and crude. Give me a break. So, what are you talking about? I don't know. Now I'm Donatello. Narf. So,
You should talk to my brother, Paul Robson.
His name was Robert Paulson.
I don't even know if that's how it works. How would he be your brother if he's got a different last name? He was married.
Adopted.
He got
I look
married.
like a lion.
I look like a lion.
There's a beast. No, I'm not a beast.
I'm a lion.
Found you. Oh, I just look like a lion. Get in the briefcase. Get in the briefcase.
I can't. It's full of Guzzy Winks or whatever.
What? Lemmy Winks?
No, Lemmy Winks. No, Guzzy Winks. What's Lemmy Winks?
It's the hamster from South Park.
Oh, yeah.
Mr. Slave.
Lemmy Winks. Go on, dear Lemmy Winks. That one.
Lemmy Winks, going through the colon. Oh, yeah. I am the ghost of the Frog King.
Imagine
weird
that appearing.
episode.
Imagine all of that appearing in the middle of a fucking Marvel movie.
Suddenly we just zoom into Bruce Banner's colon. Jable.
It's just Lemmy
Dressed in knight's armour, talking to the ghost of a frog.
Why?
Hulk hungry.
Come along, dear Lemmy Winks. No, because now I've got the mental image of, like, for some reason, Hulk, like, rage inserting shit into his arse. Like, he just gets in a rage and starts shoving things up his arse, and it's like, why would he do that?
Hulk needs a suppository.
But then have you seen all those really weird theories where it's like Bruce Banner can't...
Freddie Prinze Jr. There's a callback.
Yeah, it is. Have you seen all those weird?
If you don't know that, go back to like episode 2, I think it was.
Fuck knows. But I've lost my train. Oh, I remember what I was thinking. All those daft theories where it's like it's like if Bruce Banner can't have sex because when he orgasms he turns into the Hulk.
Have you not seen the Incredible Hulk?
Well, whenever he turns into the Hulk, he doesn't have a giant raging hard-on.
No, but in the movie, The Incredible Hulk, he tries to get it on with Betty.
Yeah.
He has to stop.
Oh,
because
yeah.
his heart rate's going too fast. He's very close to becoming the Hulk.
Well, I think no. The theory was after he'd done the thing where he's like, "I'm always angry, so I can control it now." At that point, it's just like, okay, we're not allowed to hate fuck. But other than that,
he goes out to a field in the middle of nowhere and has a Fury wank.
What? Nick Fury's there, just checking him out.
Well, I think I've only got one eye.
Why don't you say anything about this?
Oh gosh.
Oh shit! You transformed. I've got to use both hands.
Where's the Scarlet Witch when you need her? Scarlet Witch? No, Black Widow.
The only way he can get off is by like having to persuade Reed Richards to turn into a giant fleshlight.
Ah. Do you reckon? Oh no, I'm not even going to finish that sentence. Just of all the different shapes that Reed can, all the different shapes that Reed can transform into.
Oh, hold on.
What?
Door knock.
Ooh. Okay, we're back now. Andy's got food, so we can't remember what we were talking about, so we'll just carry on. It would be easy enough for us to go back and check, but fuck it, when have we ever done that on this show? Mm-hmm. So, Andy, yes. Phantasmic 4. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Which team of mutants do you choose for your X-Men film? No, go on. What do you do for your Fantastic Four film?
Well, it does open the possibility that you could possibly
because I have an idea.
Like we were talking about, you could do the whole Galactus thing, and if that means like one of them like dies or whatever, you could have the possibility of the Future Foundation stuff.
Hmm. That actually ties in slightly to my idea.
All right. What's your idea?
Well, my idea is when the universes are smushed together.
Porn film, no.
When the two universes are smushed together,
yeah,
it brings everyone from the let's call it Earth F for Fox. Okay, so that means all the X-Men and the Fantastic Four and everyone else who lived on the Earth is brought over into Earth M, Marvel.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, on Earth F lived a boy who had spider powers, whose name was not Peter Parker. His name was Miles Morales. And that is how you organically get Miles Morales into the Marvel Universe without doing a complicated origin story. And it also frees up Tom Holland's Spider-Man to go into the Future Foundation.
Yes, it does.
And that's how I do Miles. Let's say that Johnny dies in the fight with Galactus. Or
back 6 months later, but still.
Yeah. Or maybe he dies in a fight with Annihilus or whatever. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. So yeah, that's how I would do it. Or there's another way that you could do it.
Yeah.
Or what if the Fantastic Four in Earth F are experimenting with interdimensional technology, as they have been known to do?
Yeah.
Yeah, with the negative zone and what have you. What if by trying to...
They accidentally get into the positive zone.
Well, they've discovered the negative zone. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Fair enough. Maybe their first movie is against them versus Nihilus. Okay? Mm-hmm. They try and discover another dimension, to which Susan Storm's all like, "Oh, don't be doing that. Remember what happened the last time." Smack you over the head with a rolling pin.
Norman, what you doing with those dimensional vortices?
I'm gonna slap you up the head with a rolled up newspaper, Reed Richards. I flew out the window, man. It's okay. I'm Johnny Storm. So
I'm stuck in a tree.
Get down from here, thing. What you doing with that blind woman?
Fantastic Four, Pontypandy edition.
Yeah. Norman, get down from the Baxter building, Norman.
I can't.
Flame on, Norman. Reed, obviously being Reed, doesn't listen to a word that Sue says because, women, know your place. And he fucks around, opens up a new dimension, and, what's in that dimension? Why, it's only Earth M, isn't it?
Mm.
And Reed comes through and he's all like, look at this, another universe full of super people. Isn't this weird and quaint?
And then what you do, because he's like, well, we're not going to send us through again like we did last time. I will listen a bit. And then they make the robot that they replaced Johnny Storm with. Yeah.
Heavy!
They build him and send him through.
Or, what if, doobie-doobie-doobie-doobie-doo, Fantastic Four go through, get stuck, X-Men are still in that universe, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. In a future Spider-Man movie, Spider-Man goes up against Mysterio, and he's all like, damn Mysterio, he's all tricky and weird, and he's got super technology, and I don't understand how he works. And it turns out, just like in the Ultimate Comics, that it was Mysterio from Earth F going through to, in the same way that it was the Ultimate Mysterio was actually 616 Mysterio pissing about using portal technology.
Oh, yeah,
you just do that. Earth F Mysterio is actually the Earth M Mysterio all along. You know what I mean? Or rather, the other way around. That's so because you've got two separate universes, you can cross over between them, and you can kind of leave the X-Men in that universe if you want to. And every now and again, you have cross-dimensional events such as Secret Wars or AVX or whatever, or you could just merge the two universes. It's up to you.
Out of this, I just want a Mysterio versus Rey Mysterio film.
619 Rey. That's a great. Oh god, that's the kind of voice that Mysterio needs. He needs to be very theatrical and over the top, Spider-Man.
Definitely.
Yeah. You may have won this round, but Mysterio will win the game. That kind of thing. You know what I mean? And then a big holographic T-Rex comes and everyone's shit scared. I don't know.
To be fair, that's the type of shit that he would pull, isn't it?
It's what he does, yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. And then Spider-Man's like, holograms.
He's just like, imagine that as a first encounter with fucking Mysterio, though, in a film. Like, he's like, who are you? And he's like,
I'm Mysterio. Look at my dinosaur.
He's just a dude, like, wearing green with a fishbowl on his head, that no one can see his face. And they're like, what kind of superpowers do you have? And he just clicks his fingers and he's surrounded by fucking dinosaurs. And everyone's like, what the shit?
Ultimate Mysterio didn't even have a head. He was just cloud on top of a body. It was just shoulders and then, like, a big smoky face that wasn't actually attached to anything.
But it turned out that was a hologram or something.
Yeah, basically. And it was 616. Mysterio was controlling it all from that universe. And he was getting all the gold back to the hideout, opening the dimensional portal, moving the gold all through, and then closing the portal again. So he was bringing all the money back into the 616 universe. Very clever plan. Very clever plan.
Until he realises he's crashed the economy in two countries.
Yeah, until the Spider-Man crossover and everyone just went, not bad. So, yeah.
Just imagine that. He's like, I've got all this gold from this other dimension, and then like the whole world collapses just because Mysterio has been moving gold. So like now in
basically what happened.
Is it? So like the 616 universe, now all gold is worthless because they've got too much of it, and in the Ultimate universe, like gold is now so rare, like its price has skyrocketed and everyone's fighting over it.
Well, did you ever read the end of the Ultimate Universe?
No.
Oh my god, it gets weird. Gets really weird. Essentially, the universe is saved at the end by.
Isn't that like Kitty Pryde punching Galactus in the balls or some shit?
Yeah. I'm not even. Yeah, the Galactus entity, which is our Galactus, rather the 616 Galactus merges with the Galactus swarm, and becomes Galactus, and basically eats up New Jersey. New Jersey's just gone. And essentially, Kitty Pryde gets a shitload of pin particles, goes massive, and then kicks the crap. Basically, she just walks through Galactus and destroys all the electronical equipment and all this kind of stuff and saves the universe. But it's too late because basically everyone dies anyway because of the Secret War. So, yeah. It's a bit weird. But it's because of the two universes beginning to merge to begin with, because of the portal that's been opened by Mysterio and everything like that. That's how Galactus was able to work his way through. It's mad. It is mad.
Imagine
and the fact that the universe is saved
finale.
by Shadowcat, you know what I mean?
Imagine having that as like the grand finale of all these Avengers
It's
films.
More than 10 years worth of work went into this universe that was never supposed to touch the 616 universe. It was supposed to be its own thing. And then they crossed over and it all fell to shit. And the universe ended up being saved, yet also condemned by Kitty Pryde, who by this point in the series in the universe had become essentially a not a cult leader, but she was a wanted criminal who set up a safe zone community in the middle of the desert or something like this. It was weird.
She was basically Jim Jones.
She was banging off with Wolverine's son, Jimmy Howlett. Yeah. God, it was mad. It was just all weird by the end of it. She had this commune cult thing in the middle of the desert, and they created an artificial kind of like climate because they had a few mutants there who could piss around with the weather like Storm, so they were able to grow vegetables and all this. Because the government basically said, "Here's like 3 prefab buildings, get on with it," and just left them to it. So we don't want anything to do with mutants anymore because you just fuck everything up like you did with Ultimatum and stuff. So yeah, God, it's wonk. It's really wonk by the end.
Weird. But imagine that as an actual fucking film, though.
I mean, that's before we even get into the whole Reed Richards has gone insane and created his own life forms.
Oh shit, I forgot about that.
Yeah.
What did he create?
He created his own race of his own life forms that was so macro advanced. Like he kept them within a time dilation bubble.
I call them Reedlings.
So like every hour you were in this bubble was actually, in terms of inside the bubble, would be about like 10 years. Or something like this. So he was able to advance this entire society within the space of a week, like 10,000 years.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. It was weird. And it was all like Suata stuff. Oh God, it was... Jesus. And then
so
by the end...
Reed Richards made a microverse battery.
Essentially. And then he had to kind of like redeem himself and say like, look, I can save us from Galactus. I know what needs doing, but to do that, you've got to let me out of prison. And everyone was just like, no! Because you almost destroyed the world. Yeah. Oh, God. It was just stupid.
And he's like, no, hear me out. This won't destroy the world. So we get Kitty Pryde and inject her with the cult leader, yes. We inject her with pin particles, right?
I mean, I'm probably getting bits of this like confused and messed up. But and there's probably people shouting at me, but I don't care. this is how I remember it, and this is how weird it was. I mean, Paul's probably sitting there going, I'll have a cup of tea, please, love. Right, now time to listen to the podcast. Yeah. I don't care. But anyway, what
Yoshi, why are you now 3 stories tall? I ain't giving you no tree fitting.
Stereo. So, so. Anyway,
I'm just trying to imagine that scene of just Reed Richards sat in prison. They're like, oh, the world is ending. He's like, I know how to fix it. Let me out. They're like, no.
Make the Jewish girl tall.
He's like, no, hear me out. You know,
Okay,
Kitty Pryde,
I've got an idea,
the cult leader.
Yes. He goes, I've got a plan. Has anyone seen Honey, I Blew Up the Kid? with that
baby in it.
With the guy from Ghostbusters. Yeah, that's him, yeah. And what we do is, you know how he makes the kid, we do that to the Jew, and then we send her on her own. We don't make multiple people of this.
This is why they locked him up, because like he doesn't respect people, like he doesn't respect mutants by their names. It wasn't the fact that he almost destroyed the world. They're just like, you can't just sit there and call Kitty Pryde the Jew.
Do you mean Magneto? No, the other one. The other one.
Ben Rosenstein.
Who's that?
He's my accountant.
No, not him. Not him.
The super Jew.
Harry Goldman?
No, you're just taking the piss now. Right. No, we get that mutant girl.
Storm. No! Marvel girl?
No!
The one that walks through walls. The Hulk? Eat what?
Juggernaut? No! Don't know who you mean.
Right, okay. You know, right, the girl who used to go out with Spider-Man.
Mary Jane.
No, for fuck's sake.
That one that leads a cult. Jim Jones? No, kinda. No.
Right, yeah, right. Remember when Spider-Man turned black?
Yeah.
Okay, right. And then for a while, there was him, there was Cloak and Dagger, there was the girl who could blow things up, and then there was...
I can't remember the other one's name. Oh!
Squirrel Girl. What? Is it Squirrel Girl? Are we going to use giant squirrels?
No! No, right.
Fuck
Right,
it, get me Big Badger.
Get me a pen and paper. And do you know what? Do you know what? Fuck it. Right. I'm just going to stretch out this prison, and I'll go and find it myself.
You can't do that.
Yes, I can. My body can stretch. I've been able to get out of this prison the whole time. I just stayed here because you had the sports channels, and I like watching the wrestling on a Friday night.
Oh.
No,
so what are you going to do
then? He borrows a pen and paper, and what he does, he's like drawing these like really intricate plans. But then when he draws Kitty Pryde, it's just a stick figure with a Star of David for a head.
Oh, you mean Kitty Pryde? Yes!
And Sue's just stood
what
there.
Didn't you say?
Sue's stood there going, why the fuck did I not realise you were a white supremacist?
I've been in prison. It's changed me, love. I'll be honest with you. Oh.
I learned this. I learned this off my friend Hans.
Why do you think I turned Ben into the thing, and yet the blonde-haired, blue-eyed boy got to stay on and stay as he was?
God.
You know, and the fella from the Polak, I turned him into Doctor Doom. So, you know. There you go. Anyway.
There's a reason that I was trying to get all those X-Men into the shower that one time.
Oh, on that bombshell. We're going to leave things there. What have we learned from this episode?
Not fucking much.
We've learned that Reed Richards might be a white supremacist, and he doesn't know what X-Men to put in the film, and we still have no fucking clue if this deal is ever going to happen. But if it does, we can be sure we'll let you know about 6 months after the fact. So,
Yeah, probably.
for this episode of the 50 Foot Nerds, all that remains to say is that you can get in touch with us. First and foremost, we have a Twitter, which is at 50 Foot Nerds, FIFFTY. No, it's
Double
not.
F?
No, it's FIFTY, FOOT, NERDS.
It's been that long you've forgotten how to
I
spell.
don't know how to spell. I have a Twitter, which is at Mike G. Bell.
Mine is at Vaults of Extoth.
And Paul is at Auton Scouser. We have an email address. We have Mortal Kombat. We have an email address which is 50footnerds@gmail.com, spelled the same way.
Yep.
Facebook.com/Attack of the 50 Foot Nerds with a 5, a 0, an F, and a T. YouTube?
Yep.
What's
Which
that?
is video.50footnerds.co.uk or
Right.
just search Attack of the 50 Foot Nerds on YouTube and you'll be able to find us. I need to get back to uploading on there because I've not uploaded for quite a while.
Yes, we did record a short film about a month or so ago now.
Did we?
Yes, we did.
Oh, yes.
Yes, we did.
That one.
See, you forgot about it. Yes, so...
it's because
that
I
should
needed
be
to
up
make
there
the music.
too. Come on, it's not like it's going to take long.
No. I just remembered
sorry.
that's why I hadn't done it yet.
Yes. So we're going to have that up there soon. Yeah, and look forward to a 50 Foot Nerds, Christmas special, which hopefully will be along before March.
And a 5-year special that's still on its way. That
yes,
will hopefully be before.
It's nearly done, isn't it, I suppose?
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay, and all that remains for me to say is that for this episode of the Attack of the 50 Foot Nerds podcast, I've been Mysterio.
And I've been wanking off the Hulk.
Sweet Christ on a biscuit. If you're still with us, I apologise. Geek out.
The destroyer of worlds. The destroyer of worlds. The destroyer of worlds. The destroyer of worlds. I traveled light years and beyond to get here and beyond. There's nothing but darkness and the hunger for these peons. My stomach grumbled, so I sent forth the word that soon upon your planet's the destroyer of worlds. I am bigger than a bread box, more powerful than dreadnoughts, equipped with nuclear bombs, weaponry as I set off. By the time you see me coming, it's already too late, cause Galan has already sealed your fate. And now that we're face to face, you can see as I take the plate and a knife and a fork to your great leg, stacking on each and every single last one of your continuous states. That's like all 48. And slowly I made my way past the US of A, with the North of Canada and down past Panama, wipe from my face all the wreckage in my wake. And that's the Western Hemisphere as I follow it, drinking the Atlantic and Pacific to be specific. Now I'm slowly moving dark side of the moon. I need planets for me to consume. I am Galactus, and after this there's no turning back. It's the cataclysm where being survival is miraculous. Planets, universes, celestial fates eventually all end up on my plate. I am Galactus, and after this there's no turning back. It's the cataclysm where being survival is miraculous. Planets, universes, celestial fates eventually all end up on my plate. What? Call me the planetary consumer, swallowing solar systems to feed my inner molecular mechanisms. Didn't you hear? Women and children as they scream, foolish beings, you're best to run and call your daddy. Even Reed Richards couldn't nullify destruction that I'm causing. Down to the last tragedy, holy calamity, putting planets all in his hand, call the cavalry, ever trying to battle me. And I'd be mad at me too, I left you nothing but sadness in your hearts. I'd contend that's still something. Didn't you know I once held the infinity gems? Didn't you know that none before me and after me could contend? I released the hunger to the world, so don't pretend that you know how the story will end. What? I am the Alpha and Omega, the yin and the yang. I am the all-consuming being over the place where you stand. I hold your planet's very fate in my hands. I am the man, I'm more than a man, cause I am Galactus, and after this there's no turning back. It's the cataclysm where being survival is miraculous. Planets, universes, celestial fates eventually all end up on my plate. I am Galactus, this, and after this there's no turning back. It's the cataclysm where being survival is miraculous. Planets, universes, celestial fates, eventually all end up on my plate. What?
If you've enjoyed the nerddom in your ears, then please follow us on Twitter at 50footnerds, or email us anything except spam at 50footnerds@gmail.com.
I suppose you thought there'd be a post-credits clip here. Well, there isn't. Instead, you've got me informing you that instead of a post-credits clip, you're getting an entire Beyond episode. That's right, we're going to have Beyond the 50-Foot Nerds coming out pretty soon that actually includes the recordings from before this conversation about Fox and afterwards. So, yeah, look out for that. Until then, bye!